With the guided missiles offline, we've got a chance at air superiority here.
I'm in. I've rested long enough.
You sure?
This is my legacy we're fighting for. You think I want to sit this one out?
Understood. The biplane launcher, although untested, should get you aloft. It's gonna be tough up there.
Be tougher down here watching others fight my battles for me.
To disable the turrets, you'll need to destroy their sensor bank. Unfortunately, it's only exposed for a short period after a missile is launched. Nice shooting. Good thing Penelope took out those radar towers, or the sky would be thick with guided missiles, all heading for you.
Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Slide 3, Honor Among Thieves, for the Sony PlayStation 2. In this part of the mission, I can't believe I dodged too early there, we have to shoot down all of these little, I guess you could say, antennas next to these missile cannons. Once we shoot one down, we go on to the next. Controls are the same as ever. X accelerate, B is brake. Using the circle button with the left analog stick or the D-pad lets you perform tricks. And I believe R1 lets you shoot the machine guns. Did I mention that X accelerates and square brakes? Because I probably should have. In case I didn't, well, I said it again anyway. And of course, just like during the battles in Holland, you do have a limited amount of ammo for your machine gun. So you do want to be careful. And you want to refill when you can. Thankfully, the oh jeez. Thankfully, the machine guns, the ammo for it anyway. Don't know why I have a problem talking today.
Just one turret left.
It glows blue, much like that. And you will have to collect it just to ensure that you have full ammo at all times. Thankfully, you only need to really collect one set of machine gun shots just to fully refill. And when these turrets glow red, you want to dodge just before they fire, and then shoot down little dishes.
They're launching fighters.
And now for these things. We have these things, these bats with shields.
Some sort of shield on 'em. Your cannon won't work. Fortunately, I've upgraded your plate with a missile launch. The shields are down. Nail that guy before they come back up.
And as I was saying before I was interrupted by Bentley, we have these bats with shields. Since they have shields, your machine gun will not work on them. However, if you hold down L1, get that red target reticle on a bat, wait until it flashes as you hold L1 down, and then release the button once it's flashing, you'll be able to launch a missile, a homing missile, that will destroy these bat shields, and from there you can work on them with the machine gun. You need to destroy 20, and you need to do it the hard way. If they run into each other unintentionally, it won't count. It all has to be by your hand.
You're out of ammo. Look around the fortress. Dr. M is sure to keep plenty on hand.
And look for ammo we shall do. Thankfully, we were able to find more. The shields, when you take them out with a missile, they only last for a limited amount of time. They stay down for a limited amount of time. So you need to get to work at destroying the bat with the machine gun. And once you see it going down and spinning, that's when you know it's about to crash into the area below here, and that thing's shields barely came back in time, but I was still able to do the damage that I need to do to get rid of that bat. For best results, you want to hold square to break. And apparently, I can't fire missiles if I don't have ammo. Interesting. Thankfully, I can always get more, and that will refill everything. That's so weird. It doesn't really use that any part of my ammo at the bottom of the health meter, so why is it refusing to fire a missile if I have no ammo whatsoever? Maybe it's just there as a reminder that, hey, you need ammunition. That's probably my best interpretation of it. Anyway, we have 2 more of these things to shoot down. And hopefully one will show up. There it is. It must have run into the building. I'll have to wait for another one. So in the last episode, I forgot what we did. I know that we had to...
That's the last of them.
Oh.
Oh boy, here comes the big guns. And by guns, I mean a giant flying whale dragonfly thing covered in robotic junk. Wait, Dr. M is plugged into that monstrosity.
The Cooper is skyward. So good, so nice. Time felt what it's like to play second fiddle. I am the master here. Sidekick no more.
That thing is launching seekers. You'll have to use your missiles to take them out. Save your cannon rounds for Dr. M. It'll work just fine on him.
So as I was saying last time, I know that we had to play as Dimitri and try to get the cane back from, what's his name, Dr. M. We weren't able to do that, and his part of this was pretty hard. The part where you had to play as Dimitri was pretty difficult. I know there was one more thing that you had to do. Ah, yes, the RC car part where you had to destroy the radar dishes. Now I remember. So anyway, this part, what we're doing now that we've destroyed a bunch of cannons and a bunch of bats with shields, we need to shoot at Dr. M while he's on his little flying humpback whale ship. Thankfully, our ammunition is infinite, but this does get harder as you do this. Left or right plus circle will allow you to avoid the...
This is a joke. A treat to watch you buzz around like a fly. Dance, fly, dance. I'm the puppet master. You fun.
Why am I constantly being interrupted? As I was saying, left or right plus the circle button will allow you to avoid the missiles, assuming you're fast enough. As for that second part, you don't want to touch the green bars that come out. Those are little energy waves that you do not want to touch. And now for this third phase, you have to avoid 3 missiles or 3 pairs of missiles in constant succession. Thankfully, you can easily barrel roll just to avoid the entire salvo, just one after the other. And then you can just focus on our friend Dr. M again, and you can just keep shooting at him. Thankfully, once you get past one part of this whole thing, you don't have to fight through a previous part that you just beat a second time. You'll just go back to the... like, right here. I made it all the way to this part, to this phase. Therefore, I just go back to the beginning of this phase. Of course, that means I have to go through all 4 parts of this, one after the other, from the beginning to end, if I do lose all my health. Which means I have to be very careful when it comes to dodging the missiles. Which means I have to dodge more of those green energy beams, which can be a bit of a pain. And the missiles. Don't forget the missiles, but especially the... Really? Especially the...
This is a treat to watch you buzz around like a fly. Dance, fly, dance.
Especially the green energy waves. Now, thankfully, they only show up on 2 sides and they're a bit of a spiral pattern, but if you can stay in the center and always hold down the R1 button, no matter what, you can always hit Dr. M. You always want to hold down the R1 button because you have infinite ammo. You basically have no reason not to. Yeah, you're not going to run out of machine gun ammo here. Now, sadly, your homing missiles, you won't be able to utilize them here at all. So just concentrate on just staying centered with Dr. M here. And avoid the missiles when you have to. If you have to use the same side, left or right, twice in a row for your barrel roll, so be it. Just make sure you're fast. And be sure that you can line yourself back up with Dr. M to make it easier to hit him. Talking and doing this all at... Oh. Now here, we need to be a little more careful because we're basically surrounded by the green energy waves. And you just kind of center yourself with Dr. M a little bit just to figure out where you need to go. It can be a little hard, especially if your depth perception is not the best. But if you can focus and you can get kind of close to them, it's a little easier to tell where it begins. And you can tell where you need to fly a little better, though not by much. As always, hold down R1, you have infinite ammo, so you have no reason not to. And I almost have Dr. M little down, that is amazing.
You and your foolish friends keep trying to beat me with your guns. They're like toys to my creatures. If this whale fly had vocals, he'd laugh in your silly little faces.
This isn't working, Bentley. He's literally laughing at us.
Just give me time. I'll think of something.
I'm settling this now. Face to face.
Paragliding over to that creature? You're out of your mind.
Once you leap out of the plane, hit R1 so you can use the paraglider. You're really going to need it for this. Once you kind of have yourself close to this thing, like you can kind of see the details of this thing a little bit, be ready to drop down and just let go of R1.
Headstrong, just like your father.
You don't know anything about me or my father.
Really? Well, who let you in on the secret of this place, eh? Was it my old pal McSweeney, perhaps?
McSweeney works for you? This was all a setup to get the cane.
No, my boy. Once upon a time, he and I worked together for your dear old dad.
My father wouldn't have run with the guy who tried to steal from the Cooper Vault, let alone attempt to kill his son.
Time does strange things to people. Just look at the real leader of your gang. Busy.
Whatever. We're friends. Equals.
Then why is it called the Cooper Gang, you self-centered egomaniac?
That's enough. Time to meet the past.
Bentley, you there?
Yeah, pal?
I'm about to head inside the vault, and I want you and Murray to come with me. We're a team, a family. We should do this together.
Okay, be right up, partner.
Nice! We'll have the Panda King give the van a boost. Stand clear, Sly. We're about to get awesome. The fuse is lit. Buckle up, Bentley. We're about to fly. Yahoo!
We're never doing that again. Well, this place is amazing!
Yeah, it's gotta be like at least 100 years old.
An archaeological marvel!
Glad you boys are impressed, because it looks like I'll have to go on from here alone.
Do it, Sly. This place was built for you. We'll hold down the fort here.
Could be dark in there.
And now we're inside the Cooper Vault. I'm actually going to do this section in the next video, but at least we have some more backstory as to why Dr. M is doing what he is doing. Apparently, Dr. M, much like McSweeney, who told us about the vault all the way back at the beginning of the game, Dr. M used to run with Cooper's dad. He used to run with Sly Cooper's dad back when Sly's dad was the one doing all the stealing. And apparently, I'm guessing Dr. M took offense all these years as not being seen, I guess, either as the real leader or the real driving force behind Sly's dad and his team. And therefore, he's taken the Cooper Vault for himself, and he wants the riches that he helped Sly's dad get and keep. Not only that, but he's trying to drive a wedge between Sly and Bentley by trying to get him to see things his way. And it didn't work, and that led to Sly getting his cane back by force, but something tells me that may get brought up again. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and press triangle so I can just load up the next section, and from there I can just go ahead and wrap up the video, because
My ancestors sure knew how to decorate. Nothing but big piles of gold.
because I expected to take more time than I thought I was going to need just to get through that whole part where I had to fly around the Sly. I expected to crash and maybe get shot down, especially get shot down by Dr. M's humpback whale ship more than a couple times. Thankfully, I had minimal, if any, problems with him. We are now in the Cooper Vault as a team. Bentley and Murray can't go very far. Apparently, only a Cooper is supposed to be in there, if the rope we had to walk across is any indication. And now we have to go down the vault. We have to go through it in order to find our treasure. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen at the other end. But we're not going to find out for sure until the next video. So join me next time where we go through the Cooper Vault. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!